To me, MBC is the voice of our school. The best way to show our true colors and have something meaningful to deliver.
It is a reason to work hard and accomplish a goal.
It is the start to my future.
It is my passion.
It is documenting the daily lives of a high school student.
It is MHS on camera.
It is a rush because of all the experiences.
So, we are.
We are MBC.
Hello again, William Mason High School, and welcome to another edition of MBC News. I'm sure a lot of you saw quite a few goblins and ghosts this past Halloween, but one ghost in particular stands out to the student body. This ghost is the logo of Snapchat, a smartphone application that has sparked controversy here at MHS. Here's Brandy Emerson with the story.
Sexting was just removed from Comic Country's famous Top 5 this year, but could Snapchat now be the way to safely continue it? Here at Mason, we've avoided this issue over the past few years. However, this app is very popular on campus.
You download it and then you find your friends and make a username, and then you can pick the people you want to send the picture to, and then you put a caption to it. I mostly make awkward faces and send them to my friends because it's funny, because, I don't know, it's faster than pictures and it's just like a conversation with photos.
You can set a timer for how long the receiver can view your picture. Then it disappears on both the sender and receiver's phones, and there's no getting back to it, encouraging users to share more. This feature could be what makes the photo sharing device thought of as a safe sexting app for some teens, because potentially you are not in possession of the photo anymore.
Snapchat has a feature that notifies the sender if you take a screenshot of their photo, which I'm sure would make the senders paranoid if they sent an inappropriate picture and they know the receiver hasn't saved. And I mean, that's pretty creepy, but people do it. And whether these pictures are wanted or not, I mean, if a guy's joking or a girl's being serious, I'm still in possession of that child pornography for at least 10 seconds. And I'm pretty sure that's a state felony charge.
Though Snapchat has a disappearing picture quality, remember that once it's out there for all to see. This app is a great way to put a face with a text message, but stay classy, Mason High School. I'm Brandy Emerson, MBC News.
Think back to your earliest memory. You were probably 3 or 4, learning how to ride a trike or learning your ABCs. But for one student, his earliest memory was here, as a sophomore in high school at the age of 15. Here's NBC's Taylor Neville with more information.
Imagine waking up one morning in your own home and not knowing where or who you are. Walking upstairs and not recognizing your family or recollecting the last 15 years of your life. This nightmare became a harsh reality for senior cross-country runner Nick Whitmore. On October 2nd, 2010, Nick hit his head on a tree branch while running in the Midwest Champions meet in Columbus.
And I woke up the next morning, and I remember waking up and having I don't remember it technically, but I remember my mom telling me waking up, just kind of, she thought that I just kind of looked lost and I didn't know where it was or didn't know what to do or anything like that. I didn't remember my whole family at all. There was kind of strangers again. You see people, but they're strangers, and you're wondering, wait, why am I here with them? Why am I in the house with them? I don't know where I am. It was scary more than anything. You wake up and all of a sudden you're nowhere, and all walking through the house prior or after the incident, looking at all these family pictures and watching the family videos and scrapbooks and stuff, you see yourself acquainted with these people for memories on end, and they're asking if you know this, not out of trying to be rude to you or anything, but just out of curiosity to see if everything is gone and just what you can remember. So they're having them ask me that question, do you remember this, do you remember this, do you remember this? It frustrated me, because I know I didn't remember it, and I wish I did, because the family memories going to Disney World and going to going to the beach and going on family vacations and just grandparents and extended family, that type of stuff. And Christmases, I didn't remember them.
Nick isn't the only one who was significantly impacted by the accident. Nick's mother, Michelle Whitmore, found it extremely hard to watch her son go through this, but is eternally grateful for all the encouragement and support the family has received through it all.
And one of the days that sticks out in my mind was probably about 6 weeks into this. He was coming home with his older sister, and he just cried. And he just said, "I want to be normal." And I think as a parent, you just think, yeah, this sucks. Because you do just want them to be normal, and you want them to have fun, and you want them to enjoy high school. And a lot of people just wanting to know what they could do for us. Mason was phenomenal. I had worked in Mason for a number of years prior to going to another district, and all of Nick's teachers from middle school sent cards to us. All of his teachers from the intermediate school, who I'd known very well and who had known Nick, sent cards, and they were fun. I mean, they were just things that, and one of them said, "I know you won't remember me, but I made you swim" in 8th grade from Mr. Bergen. So it was a lot of things that people really were rallying behind our family and really working hard to say, how does that happen to a kid who's running cross country, not playing football?
The road to recovery wasn't easy and is still not over for this courageous athlete. Nick continues to run the path towards recovery and to the finish line. I'm Taylor Neville, MBC News.
I like food. It's comforting, delicious, and to quote the great Ursine philosopher Winnie the Pooh, it cures the rumblies in my tumblies. However, the Mason Food Pantry is running low on it, and a lot of people here in the community don't know of this fact. Here's Sloan Shire with more information.
A couple of weeks ago, MHS hosted their annual food drive, an event where students can bring in canned food or cash donations that go straight to the Mason Food Pantry, a market-type store where members of the Mason community that are struggling to keep their cupboards full come to shop for day-to-day necessities. MHS junior Jessica Hastings says that she wishes students and members of the community would realize that the situation is a lot worse than it seems.
Students don't realize the severity of the need for supplies for the Mason Food Pantry. We live in our little bubble, and we don't realize that there are people in our bubble who need the help and need the supplies from the Mason Food Pantry.
Most students don't realize the impact that their donations have. According to Food Pantry Director Gina Brown, this is a crucial time to fill up the shelves at the food pantry.
In the fall, our supplies are very low because during the summer, all the schools are on vacation, most clubs are on vacation, and so we receive very little donations. At the same time, during that period, summertime, and kids aren't at school and not receiving their lunches there, so families and parents actually have to provide an additional meal, which is lunch every day. The Mason City schools moved their food drive to the fall, which was very beneficial for us because, as I said, our supplies are so low, so the need is great.
For 62-year-old Janet Dale, the pantry has been nothing but a saving grace for her and her family.
I never dreamed that I would actually be one of the people that needed to come to the pantry. Here I can get the things that they need, things that I can't afford, like oranges, apples, things that they need for their nutrition, but I can't afford. It's really a hard thing to tell your kids that that's it. This is what you get for dinner, there's no more, that's it. That's all you get.
The pantry serves 567 people, and it's the unfortunate reality that that number only continues to climb. People who were once giving help to the pantry are now in a position where they need a helping hand. And thanks to the pantry and its open arms, that help is there on a daily basis. I'm Sloan Shire, MBC News.